So yeah, this has been a busy week for uploads, and I just did a quick recording and sent it to Dan because that damn Dan, he found a change in reality, which I'm kicking myself that I didn't see it. So I had to do a recording and shoot it to him, but it's unpublished so that he can do it first. Because I said to him, if you doing a video on this, because if you're not, I'm definitely doing one. He said, nope, just chill out. I'm gonna do one. You can shoot me your take on it, and then we'll collab. But I'm waiting for him to do his video on this Mandela Effect that he spotted. That I only wish that I'd spotted it. But I did that one rather short, just so he could get the gist of it, and wanted to continue talking about it's just Mandela effects in general. You know how we see that reality's fake. It's just a game. It's things like that. The I've been on the eclipse kick all week long. And last night, day 3 or 4, I guess if you count Monday and then Thursday, I got the answer. That might be 3 days. I got an explanation for the red dot that was actually pretty legit sounding. But it took reality a while to get that one to me. Because first it was saying the red dot was due to Bailey's beads and all these explanations about Bailey's beads. And then that's not good enough for us reality researchers. So we're saying, wait a minute, why is it that Bailey's beads doesn't have a really good definition? Is it supposed to be white or is it supposed to be red? It looks like it's supposed to look like a diamond necklace, not one little red dot. And how come y'all don't know how to spell it? Why do we have all these different variations in the spelling? So we start questioning that. So by day 4, my son says that the red dot was a solar flare. I was like, if I had seen that as an explanation right from the beginning, I probably wouldn't have even uploaded one video about it. I didn't say that to him, but I'm thinking that would have been a good one. I would have been, oh yeah, so it's a solar flare. But but no, it took 3 or 4 days of just all this other Bailey's beads crap to be the explanation, and all these sources saying that. It's funny how many legitimate sources that should have known better. These are a lot of legitimate sources were saying Bailey's beads, but still the point is reality's fake. It's not real. Now for the Mandela effect that Dan just spotted, it is not the Burnomatic one, but it's similar to the Burnomatic one. It's something us maintenance fellas would notice. Us working in facilities and taking care of facilities. This is one that, if we're professionals and know anything about anything, we would know this one. So both Burnomatic has already been done a long time ago, but I thought I'd just touch on Burnomatic because the one that I just did a video on is kind of the same similar theme. It's something us maintenance folks would know about. So Burnomatic, of course, has changed. It's no longer in this reality and has never been, according to the timeline, ever been called Burnomatic. Yet all of these guys who know facilities and maintenance, we know it as Burnomatic. I used to teach soldering. Literally taught this. I know Burnomatic. I know their propane and their torch heads and all that. So this whole video that I just did reminded me of the Burnomatic thing. I remember being in the shop and this guy named Steve, we kind of called him Know-It-All Steve, and I picked one of these canisters up and covered the name and said, well, Steve, what's the name of this? These propane? No, what's the brand? Who makes it? He said Burnomatic. I said, yes. And you're certain of that? He said, dude, I've been in maintenance for 30 years. I know what it's called. What are you trying to, he's getting offended because he gets huffy real easy. He's like, what, do you need me to teach you how to solder or something? That kind of thing. So anyway, Steve's going on about how it's Burnomatic and he should know. And he's great for this because he knows everything. So I just thought I'd take a little quick trip down memory lane and talk about the torches and the propane, that Burnomatic, and all of us who remember Burnomatic, just as a reminder that this used to be. This is the way the world was, and we know that things have changed, and we know we still remember Burnomatic, but it's no longer called Burnomatic. It's called Burnomatic, and this is one of those changes in reality where Burnomatic kind of makes sense because it's spelled BER, and but still, the sound of burn, like as a torch, you think of burning. Maybe that fits with the solar eclipse too, the solar flare, but Burnomatic. That's what it's called now. But it was always a Burnomatic. Doesn't even sound close. Like when you're saying it, we never said an R in it. It was always just a Burnomatic. And all of these people remember exactly the same way. Burnomatic. We all remember this. I could have at back then, I don't know if it's still true today, but I could have gone to 100 different maintenance guys and taken this torch and say, do you remember this company? It starts with a B. And I guarantee you they all would. I should have just done it. I should have got a microphone and went around quizzing people. They would have said, yeah, that's Burnomatic. It would have been a great little recording. They all would have said Burnomatic. I'm certain of it. Sorry about the duplicates. I just did a quick Google search and just thought I'd just give the example of the Burnomatics. I saw some burns got in there, but that happens. Very good. This is a good torch. So the video I just did to Dan is not about the Burnomatic. It's about other things, but it's of the same theme. So I just wanted to talk about the Burnomatic real quick. And the larger discussion here is we who know reality's fake. We know. I mean, there's just not even a question anymore. We understand the game-like nature of this reality. It's a great opportunity for us to sit back and think about, well, what are we doing with it? What should, understanding that we are eternal spirits, we're eternal beings. We are temporary, very, very temporarily in this artificial environment, role playing a character, acting out a script. But now we've been given this little dose of understanding this place isn't real. What are we doing with it? I mean, calling out Mandela effects, calling out changes, and being the first to call one out, that's, I mean, certainly very noble and all. Wow, this thing's just gone nuts. But from a bigger perspective, what is the overall advantage here? What is the advantage to having this understanding in life? I mean, I could call out glitches in reality all day long, but at the end of the day, when I had my God encounter, I received some really good advice. God's usually good at giving good advice, and a lot of the advice had nothing to do about, it's important to start a YouTube channel and talk about glitches in reality. The advice was, you need to learn how to forgive others. You need to learn how to not worry about tomorrow and worry about your jobs and worry about your income. You need to learn how to just be a better person. Be more considerate, not gossip, not get upset when somebody cuts you off in traffic. I mean, that's what you need to work on. And understanding that reality is fake and that this is going to be very quick and temporary. And this is an opportunity for my spirit to experience things that I might not be able to experience when I'm outside of this body. Like, how many opportunities am I going to have to forgive somebody who offends me when I'm not in this fake world? This world is like going to the batting cage and getting practice. And in the batting cage, is always shooting those baseballs at you, and you can practice hitting them. Every time somebody cuts me off in traffic is another opportunity for me to practice being a more forgiving person, which is definitely something that I need to work on in this world. Every time I have a bad boss or conflict at work, or feelings get hurt about something stupid, or I get mad that somebody spotted a Mandela Effect before me, all of these little things combined are just the pitches of the ball at the batting cage. Sometimes I hit, sometimes I miss. The whole point is to just get a little bit bigger, better, to move it up a notch. If I move it up a notch, if I grow a little bit in these areas, it'll be a life well lived. It'll be a good experience, a good life. I don't think I'm pretty basic. I'm a pretty basic being here. It's not, for me, it's not about learning to levitate. For me, it's not about learning how to use some supernatural godlike healing power. For me, it's just learn how to forgive people that cut me off. That's it. That's really the thing. But I do enjoy pointing out that it is a script or that it is fake. I do enjoy pointing out the glitches. I do enjoy hearing other people pointing out the glitches that they find, and even Dan getting one before me that I really wish I had saw, because this one's just so obvious to me. And I did mention when I did that video that I just recorded that one of the things that kind of concerns me is that the brain fog of this reality. I mean, you can really get wrapped up into your character and forget that the world around you is fake, and you can just like see things that you should know better. You should know that it changed, and it just doesn't dawn on you because you're so, you get the upload or the brain fog, whatever it is. So sometimes I wonder if I had come across this, would I have seen it or not? I don't know. Is Dan just better than me at picking these out? Is he better at spotting Mandela effects, or he just get lucky on this one? I don't know. But I do feel like sometimes, that Pirates of the Caribbean, that ship that absorbs the souls of the people that are working on it back into the ship. I worry about being that person where I get absorbed back into this reality and I forget all of these amazing things and all of these glitches, and I don't recognize things when they change. I don't want to get sucked back into the illusion, even though it's probably all voluntary. We come here to play the script. We come here to play the game where it's like playing a big game of Dungeons and Dragons, and we're in character, and my family gets mad at me for breaking character. They're like, just roll the dice and be the character you were meant to be. Stop trying to break out of the game. Stop trying to tell us it's all a game. We know it's a game. We just want to play and we want to pretend. Shut up already. That's basically my friends and family. But it's hard for me to do that because I enjoy calling it out. And that, I just wanted to say that and wait for Dan to get off his lazy butt and do his video and maybe use something that I sent him. But I'll let you know when he does. Anyway, have a good Friday and a good weekend, and God bless.